Hi, I'm Dr. Chavi Goldberg, and I founded CyberSim. Although I often quote Rabbi Dr. Twersky in many of my talks during the year, and especially during Pirkei Avos, where his insights on the ethics of the fathers is very profound and very unique, I'm making a special point of it today to speak about him and share some of his thoughts on the Parsha in honoring his memory that his family is sitting Shiva this week after his passing earlier this week. I think it was on Sunday. Even the Parsha that Rav Twersky was passed away on, was Nifter on, is Parshas Yisro, and this Shabbos is Shabbos Mevorchim Adar. We're almost at Purim, celebrating the beginning of the month of Adar. I think this is a profound time of simcha and hope, and seeing what he stood for and appreciating the time when Hashem did choose to send his neshama or take his neshama back to Shamayim, back to him in the heavenly spheres. I hope we can take a life-changing lesson from him and really use the opportunity to dwell on what may be a very special message that he wanted us to know about, being that this is the week of the Parsha of his passing. So I think that in one of the opening psukim, I went to his book on the Chumash, and one of the opening psukim in this week's Parsha, the Torah tells us that Yisro, who is the Kohen of Midian, he knew every single avodah zarah, every kind of idol worship that there was in the world. And he decided that he was going to come, tachas kanfei hashchina, he was going to come and become a Jewish person. What made him do that? What made him decide to become Jewish? And so Rashi answers the question, and he says it was because of what he heard about Kriyas Yamsuf, the splitting of the Red Sea, and Milchemes Amalek, and the war that the Jewish people fought with Amalek. Now, the Gemara tells us that these two different opinions were expressed by two different Amoraim, two different people who contributed to the Gemara. So, but when Rashi brings his commentary to the Chumash, he doesn't bring the two people's names, and he doesn't even say that it was two people who expressed these thoughts. He rolls them into one in his commentary, leaving the rest of the details of the Gemara in the Gemara. And so, quoting Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch, Rabbi Twersky, he says that a person, even though a person should not depend on a miracle, he emphasizes that a person should not depend on a miracle, that there has to be another element towards a person's avodas Hashem in his serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that is, he has to put in his own effort. There has to be a certain amount of what we call hishtadlus, personal effort, in addition to trusting in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when we see Yisro, that when he decided to become Jewish, what brought him forward? Both of these two elements, trust and faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as well as me doing my effort, putting my effort into success. And Yisro felt that this was a winning combination to create in the building of a nation that could grow to maturity and that would live forever. I think that's a powerful, powerful message for us for today. So we too need that message today, that everything happens because it's divinely ordained. This is the will of Kadosh Baruch Hu. But in addition to this, we need to put forth our own efforts in order to bring goodness and kindness and help those people who need it so badly. And so I think that this is a huge lesson that we can remember from the words of Rabbi Twersky, a perspective that he has shared with us for all time. And in Yirtzeh Hashem, we should all meet with all of the great people who have gone to the upper worlds in the past during the months of Corona, And we should bring healing and simcha to our world and greet everybody with Mashiach's coming so quickly and soon. Remember, this Shabbos is Shabbos Mavarchim, and we're into the month of simcha, of growing simcha from one week to the next. We'll talk about it then in Yirtzeh Hashem in the coming weeks.